how's it going? I'm aboard Crabmeat. I was deployed at this spot by Dr. Eggman and was ordered to take down Sonic the Hedgehog a long time ago. I waited and waited. Then very recently, he just comes running by, passes me, and dropped a Sega Game Gear on me. So I decided I might as well play whatever game is loaded in this thing. Looks like we have Sonic Labyrinth. The game where apparently Dr. Eggman switched Sonic's shoes while he was asleep with special slowdown boots which look like his normal shoes, but they take away his speed and the only way to get them off is with the Chaos Emeralds. That raises so many questions. Why didn't the doctor just kill him in his sleep? Why hasn't he put these boots in future item boxes that Sonic breaks all the time? Why does Sonic need the Chaos Emeralds in order to take off a pair of frickin' shoes? Why does this game exist? Anyways, if you want the game's full backstory, you need to read the game manual. Otherwise, you just go right into the game after you select the game in the menu. And as you can see, Sonic is absolutely slow. Any form of speed comes from spin dashing, and boy, do you barely have any control of Sonic while spin dashing. You can stop by pushing the same button you used to spin dash to give you some sense of control, which both buttons do. So the object of each level is to find 3 keys in order to go through the goal before the time runs out. Sometimes they are either right in the open or cleverly placed, and other times a badnik is holding it above their head in order to let you know it has it. If they were cleverly built like me, they would have just chucked the key off the ledge. If you're holding any keys and get injured by an enemy, the keys will disperse around you. Luckily, not very far. But if you are hit by an enemy and have no keys, the timer goes down a bit. Each labyrinth in the game has 4 zones, 3 mazes, and then a boss. The first one up is the Labyrinth of the Sky, which is the easiest one you can play. And my dog Sonic is slow! Even the speed-up power-ups are barely making them move any faster. Oh, I should probably tell you, in this game there aren't any item boxes, per se, but you can't get power-ups by running into these triangle things. Like a box of chocolates, you can't tell which one you're going to get. Unless you die or run out of time, and reclaim them later. But the power-ups you can get are invincibility, speed up, a time extension, a 1-up, or a question item, which eliminates all enemies on the screen. Now that we've completed the first 3 zones in the Sky Labyrinth, we can face the boss of the 4th zone. But before we do that, we're going to roll down a long slope and collect rings. Try not to hit any obstacles. Yeah, boss fights are the only times you will ever have rings. And if you're hit, you have a few other rings you can grab in the boss field. The first boss here is named Mecha Gorilla, and his thing is teleporting around and throwing hands, so to speak. You want to hit him while he's disarmed. Just be careful not to roll into his fists. Now once you defeat him, you are rewarded a Chaos Emerald, then move on to the next labyrinth. Even though now we're underwater, you don't have to worry about Sonic drowning for once. The first zone is somewhat fun since it has Donkey Kong barrel-like cannons placed here and there, as well as black holes as opposed to the springs in the last area. One thing I haven't really talked about is that if you know where everything is, you can reach the goal with all the keys in like around 30 seconds, heck, maybe even a little less. But if you're running low on time, there are things you can do to extend the timer just a bit. Other than getting the item that looks like a timer from the triangles, destroying badniks as well as collecting keys will extend the time limit. I say this because as time goes on, these zones do get more and more challenging on your first try. The second zone in the Sea Labyrinth definitely will have you take a few wrong turns here and there. Once you explore and get the hang of the doors, these become easy as pie. The third zone here has these weird octopus-looking badniks that spit out oil slicks, and I can't figure out how to destroy them. But they aren't that big of a deal, so you just go around them. Now we go on to another boss battle in the 4th act. This time we face Connie Pearl, a crab robot that opens up like a clam and has a pearl in the middle of it that it uses as projectiles and immediately reloads after firing. Well, Connie, you aren't special. I can fire energy orbs from my claws, and I have a flicky in the center of me.
Hey, can you let me out, please?
No! Now the stage is in the shape of an E, so you have a chance to be in Connie's line of fire. But he's pretty easy to hit. Hit him 5 times while he's firing at you and you'll take him down. No, fun fact, Connie means crab in Japanese, so his name translates to Crab Pearl. There's a little trivia fact for you all. Now that we've beaten the second boss, we obtain another Chaos Emerald and move on to the Factory Labyrinth. And here we are introduced to many new mechanics for these mazes. We have teleportation pads, slow-mo spots so you can't possibly get hit by electricity, and movable platforms that can either move back and forth or can only move one direction, then self-destruct and respawn where they originated. So you need to know where you're going when playing these levels. I lost a bunch of lives on Zone 2 alone. In Zone 3, I ran out of time a few times until I finally found this one platform that appears if you stand at the bottom of the stage, and it takes you to a teleportation pad that takes you to one of the keys. Plus, I've been playing this game for a while and I'm just getting mazed out by this point. But now we've moved on to the third boss, Needleman. What's this, a Mega Man game now? No, it's not, because this may be the easiest boss yet. He only faces one direction throughout the whole fight, and his needle projectiles are easy to dodge. Which is incredible since Sonic has been slowed down by Dr. Eggman. We beat Needleman, grab the third emerald, and move on to the final labyrinth. That's right, there are only 4 worlds in this game. This is a less fun version of Super Mario Land. Anyways, now we are at the labyrinth of the castle. I have to say, the first zone is pretty easy, almost deceptively, because the second and third zones crank up the difficulty with a bunch of warp doors and teleportation pads. One spot in the second zone tricks you by making you think you looped back to a previous door, so you backtrack and try looking elsewhere, and you find an on-off switch, which I think I saw before in a past level. And Zone 3 is the hardest one, with so many different doors, a waterfall, and a key that I swear I accidentally found on my 3rd try. But after playing this game for over an hour now we face Dr. Eggman's current masterpiece. After a bombardment of Eggman bombs, which you can avoid if you stand in one spot, you are then faced with Smiley Bomb. Have you ever faced the first boss in Sonic 3D Blast? This is that, but easier. Smiley Bomb goes to a spot where Sonic is standing and drops an explosive. Then after it explodes, it lowers for some reason, and that is your time to strike. And after 10 hits, it is revealed that Smiley Bomb has a second stage. It is its head, and it drops from where it's floating, wherever Sonic is standing. Spits 2 toothpick-sized lasers out, which I honestly don't know if they hurt or not. Before the 2 seconds Smiley's head is on the ground, you then hit it. Do this 10 times, which means Smiley Bomb takes a grand total of 20 hits to defeat. And after we beat him, are then awarded the 4th Chaos Emerald. And after all that, we are treated with a cutscene where we see Dr. Eggman running away and dropping the 5th Chaos Emerald, which Sonic picks up and goes through an exit. We are told we beat the game, but it wasn't perfect. And then the credits roll. And that is the basic game. So what it means by not being a perfect game is that we need all 6 Chaos Emeralds in this game. And the only way to get the final one is from the bonus room that is in Labyrinth 2-3. Well, I've played this game for over an hour. I might as well see what the bonus level looks like. Okay. It took me a bit to get here, but here we go. Look, there's the bonus room right now! Did the Game Gear just run out of batteries? Son
ton of them! Why does this poor little game system have such a short battery life? And why was Sonic running around with such a slow-paced, crappy game? My dog, this is probably one of the worst Sonic games ever made. This makes Sonic 06 look like the fastest game ever. This makes the development team behind Sonic Boom for the Wii U look like they knew what they were doing. I get the story of why Sonic is slow, but holy crap is his snail speed. Plus, if he's supposed to be slow, why is he still fast via the spin dash? You can't have him be slow and fast at the same time. Find the middle ground. I don't care if the spin dash is the only attack Sonic can do. Also, why were all the bosses so easy? They got easier the more you played. The final boss is nothing. And Eggman just drops the 5th emerald? What? And why are there only 6 emeralds again like in Sonic 1? What, was the 7th emerald eaten by Biggs the cat or something? I'm starting to think Sonic didn't accidentally drop this thing on me. I think he was throwing it away!
Well, now that this Game Gear is dead, now I'm back to being a bored crab meat. I bet Goombas don't have to go through this crap.